Hey Harriet, thanks for stopping by. I just wanted to make you this quick video so you could, if you had any further questions about it, you could scan through it and get a look at it yourself. So of course, 2021 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. It's the literally exact car you drove, so I just want to point out a couple features that I wasn't able to when you were here. Starting up front with safety. Safety is what defines Mercedes-Benz. They are the innovator in the safety, and they have many patents on safety systems such as stability control, traction control, the airbag. I mean, that's their #1 focus. I bring that up because behind that Mercedes emblem up front is a system called the collision avoidance system. So if the car senses you're going to be in an accident, you're not paying attention, you're going to hit the car in front of you, it begins to apply the brakes, and if need be, it will lock them up to help avoid an accident. We come down the side, and you can see those nice 5-spoke with the gray accent on the wheels. You can see right in here has that gray accent, and that looks really looks really good against the white paint. This is polar white paint with macchiato beige interior. So further down the side, you may see these indentations in the handles. Those are part of the keyless go. So with the key fob in your pocket or purse, wherever, you stick your hand in and pull on that door handle, and it will unlock and open up, of course. You touch that little indentation, that locks it. While we were talking about safety, I want to point out one quick thing, is that QR code just above the door latch on that B-pillar right there. That's something that Mercedes-Benz does, and what that is it helps first responders in the event of an accident know where to cut to be able to extract you from the car. That way they don't inadvertently clip any power lines or airbag wires or anything like that. There's one there, and there's one on the other side as well. So we come around to the back, and you can see those LED tail lights. It does have LED headlights as well, so all around, so those are going to be very bright on those stormy days. GLC badging, and then 4MATIC badging. 4MATIC is, of course, all-wheel drive, so this car does have all-wheel drive all the time. One thing about it is it's not symmetrical like some of the other all-wheel drive vehicles are. So if you get a flat tire, you don't need to replace all 4 tires. You can just replace one rather than all 4. I want to pop the trunk open, show you some things. These are floor mats. You can install those when you take delivery of the car. And then we have a little kind of bread basket type thing here that you can use to keep your knickknacks in if need be. Now if you want to fold the seats down for your dog, there's a little switch on the side here that you pull, and that seat flops down. This cargo cover comes out pretty simply. You just push in and that comes out, and of course the other side goes down as well, all the way down, so your little pooch can stick your head between those front seats to see you. One touch to close the door right up here. Just push the button and it closes itself. All right, let's head inside, and I want to point a couple things in there out. Okay, welcome to the inside here. As you remember, this does have the macchiato beige interior as well as the beige headliner, so that's going to keep things nice and bright in here. Panorama sunroof, of course, up front all the way to the back seats, so your guests or your pooch can certainly enjoy some of that natural sunlight as well. We can start to come down here, down in the armrest. We do have lots of storage as well as USB-C outlets in there, so you'll always be fully charged and ready to go. Further on up here, I didn't dive too much into it, and I won't now as well. I do want to point out a couple things though. This is the main control pad for the Mercedes-Benz user experience. So that's the name of their all-new infotainment center. Very user-friendly, easy to use, very intuitive, so that's going to be no problem learning it all. Down here we do have some other buttons here. Traction control, power for the infotainment center, auto start stop, couple of different things I can go over. While we're in the middle here, you can see that natural grain walnut wood. So it's not going to have that glossy trim. It's going to have more of a matte finish that's going to hide some of those scratches a little bit easier. Down here, take the key out. We do have dual cup holders. This is an ashtray, believe it or not. Mercedes still puts those in there, but you can just pull that right out to use both cup holders. Wireless charging right up in this little pad, so if your phone has that ability, you can certainly use that. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, plug for that as well. That does come standard. There's no charge or anything like that for it. Further on up, dual zone climate control for the passenger and the driver. That's going to keep you both nice and warm in the wintertime and cooled off in the summertime. Let's transition over to the steering wheel here. Now there are some controls for the infotainment center here as well. This black touchpad here, I simply swipe my finger over it, and that's going to be one way to control the infotainment center. This side over here is going to be your cruise control, as well as some controls for the display here. Now that is a 10.25-inch display that is fully customizable. I know right now it has the miles per hour and the RPMs on there. Those can be changed, so one of these can be a navigation screen, one of these can be fuel economy. The combinations are endless. Rain sensing windshield wipers does of course come standard, back windshield wiper as well. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, automatic seats, of course automatic windows, lots and lots of extras. Now let's go to the main infotainment center screen. One thing I did kind of breeze over, it is all touchscreen. I know you didn't really get a chance to look at it, but very, very responsive. Zooms in, zooms out quite easily. So this also has a system called Augmented Video for Navigation. So when you punch in an address, and as you approach a turn or a fork or the house, the system is going to switch to a live view from a camera that's up in here looking at the road. And what it's going to do is superimpose arrows or different directions on the actual live feed. That's something really cool that Mercedes-Benz has done that can be extremely helpful for navigating to a friend's house where their street sign may be covered by a tree or their driveway may be hidden. Really, really helpful system. This also has traffic light view, so if you pull up to a traffic light, this camera behind the rearview mirror here is going to sense that there's a traffic light, and it's again going to switch to a live view of that light. So if there's a glare or there's something in the way, you're going to be able to watch that light from the screen. Now, we're going to hit the road, and I want to try and point out a couple of those things because they are really, really cool. All right, as we come up to a turn, you're going to see this, like I said, live view from this camera behind the rear view mirror. So we're going to get in the turning lane here. And as we approach the turn, you can actually start to see it. It may be difficult at the moment, but there is an arrow up top there that's going to point us to the left-hand side. Now, this could be helpful, like I said, when you're coming up to a friend's house and it's late at night and it's dark, and the last thing you want to be doing is hunting for a street sign or a house number or things like that. So this is going to help a lot with that, so you're not lost in the dark trying to find where you're going. Now let's keep driving. Let's see if those arrows show up. There we go. You can see those right now. It's telling me exactly where to turn. All right. Now, just like that, that's how augmented reality works. Now, I know you said you had a couple things to do, so go ahead and do that, and let's get back in touch. We can have you fill out that credit app, and we can get you in your new car. So give me a call, 207-831-7391 is my cell phone, and feel free to call or text that, whichever is more convenient for you. All right, Harry, I look forward to working with you. We'll talk soon. Take care.